Well, everybody, we're back. I know it's been a while, but now that we have literally hundreds of subscribers, I think it's my duty to catch you up on all the dumb news you may have missed. So here we go, a new segment we like to call These Dumb Weeks. Hit me with that brutal intro! That was awesome. Well, back in September, we lost a giant. A hero not just to this nation, but to all nations. And no hyperbolic eulogy from this old news hound is going to make their light any brighter, nor their shadow any longer. Of course, we all know I'm talking about Lee Kerslake, session drummer for the band Uriah Heep, or as his fans and friends knew him, the notorious Lee Kerslake. Oh, did you hear Ruth Bader Ginsburg died? In a press conference later in the month, President Trump refused to commit to the idea of a peaceful transfer of power if he loses the election. Asked if they could accept an alternative to Trump leaving office willingly, Americans replied, "Yeah, we'll think of something." Shortly after the president trampled on the country's long-held traditions of decorum in his press conference, he took the stage for the first presidential debate with Joe Biden and totally redeemed himself. In just under an hour and a half, Trump managed to denigrate his opponent's only living son while largely downplaying the 2,000-plus deaths from COVID-19 in the U.S. And finally, he refused to condemn the white supremacist organization and Grindr search option, the Proud Boys. And if you played that drinking game where you take a shot every time there's an interruption, congratulations, you're dead now. And shortly after that, it was revealed in secretly recorded phone conversations that Melania Trump hates Christmas and immigrant children. Who'd have guessed? And speaking of Melania, in irony news, she and the president both tested positive for COVID-19, resulting in Trump's admittance to Walter Reed Hospital. The story comes as something of a surprise, considering that while the president repeatedly and openly flouted public health recommendations on the virus, Melania says she's been wearing a mask since 2005. Shortly after the Trump family diagnosis, at least 4 senators had also tested positive for the coronavirus. Historians noted that an infectious disease hasn't moved through the Senate this quickly since Republicans took back the majority. Boom! Mitch better have my money! And finally, the election we'd all been waiting for took place on November 3rd to the 7th. After Biden's decisive victory, the president's personal lawyer and avowed enemy to the Smurfs, Rudy Giuliani, held a press conference at the Four Seasons Total Landscaping Company. I mean, if you're just going to write the jokes for me, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? It was later revealed that Rudy Giuliani's star witness to election fraud was in fact a convicted sex offender. When asked if he was uncomfortable or hesitant to appear in public with such a reviled figure, he replied, "No, I like Rudy Giuliani." Well, that's it for these dumb weeks. We'll be back soon. Even sooner if you click like, share, or subscribe. Finally, I just want to note that these are very difficult times. So remember, when you feel alone and surrounded by darkness, so are the stars. Just kidding. This world is irredeemably terrible. Also, stars explode.